Laura, can you hear me?
What if I said no, Charlie?
I'd talk louder. Hey, what's the difference between weather and climate?
Ooh, good question. Weather is your local day-to-day atmospheric conditions, whereas climate, well, that's longer-term conditions.
Wrong. The difference is you can't weather a tree, but you can climb it. Get it? Ugh.
Good one. Australia is hotter than it's ever been, and it's getting hotter.
So what are we going to do about it?
We're going to check out some big ideas all over the world and ask,
Can we cool
the
the
country?
Cool the country.
What are we doing today? What's our plan?
Our plan is to meet with farmer and wetland regeneration advocate Martin Royds.
Are you going to ask him about the heat engine of Australia? Does he know how to cool it?
Maybe. He practices a system called natural sequence farming, pioneered by a grazier called Peter Andrews.
Okay. I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Listen and learn, Charlie. His idea is all about slowing down the rainwater runoff and actually keeping it here on the farmland.
We must establish water bodies when it rains. Then we must put plants in to stop that water evaporating, leaching or whatever else. Life starts by water bodies and then the plants gradually spread away. That means that as they spread away, they actually manage the water. It's fundamental to everything that happens in the environment.
Peter is an expert in how the Australian landscape works, and Martin has put into place Peter's principles right here on this farm. So let's go check it out.
Hi Laura, welcome to Gullies.
Hi Martin, nice to meet you. Nice pond.
Thank you. It's a lot easier to work with nature than against it.
Martin, what did this farm look like when you took it over?
Well, the early settlers drained the swamps and they put a little drain in and then that took off. And by the time I got here, the drains were erosion gullies 4 metres deep.
So that was facilitating all of that water rushing out to sea.
Absolutely. In a rain event, all the fertility got washed into that erosion gully and out within hours. Now the system we've got set up here, it can take years for the same water to go down through the system.
So Martin, does it make a huge difference now that there's all this water here where there used to be a dry gully?
Oh, massive. In the last drought, I could feed all my cattle here and there was 20,000 litres of water a day flowing out into the Shoalhaven River.
That's a huge amount. Was that before the Black Summer bushfires?
That was just before the Shoalhaven had stopped flowing and we still had water here so we could supply the helicopters with water.
Now Martin, I saw that there were a couple of drainage ditches that looks like you've cut that are full of water. Isn't that just doing the same old problem, creating more erosion?
If they were running downhill, yes, but they're not ditches, they're actually contour drains.
So what are they actually for then?
To take the water from the valleys further out onto the landscape and then to hydrate the whole landscape.
And that's how you get this beautiful, lush landscape.
So yes, we've got green grass down here and we've got cuttings along the tops of the hills and they're on the contour and they capture the water from the top and there's steps coming down and they're spreading the water out, hydrating the whole landscape.
Enough about carbon and nutrients. What about the heat engine? Ask him about that.
This is a long way from the north of Western Australia.
And nowhere near as hot and dry.
Do you think something like this could work over there where that land is really hard baked?
Peter Andrews says that the laws of nature are the same everywhere. So as long as you can got water and sunlight and plants, you can do it.
There are billions of plants already growing across the heat engine. It's not all sandy desert. but a lot is dry scrub. Where they get some water, the trees grow bigger. Is there enough water over in Western Australia?
Oh, there's some huge river systems up there, and they get a dump in the wet season.
But it all just flows out to sea?
That's what we've got to do, slow the flow.
Slow the flow. Hey Laura, repeat after me.
I've got a joke for you. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Cows go.
Cows go who?
No, cows go moo.
Cows go moo, not who. Get it? That's funny. You obviously didn't tell it properly.
Right, funny.
Laura, what do you think of all of that?
Hello, Charlie. It made a lot of sense to me, but I'm not sure yet if it will work in Western Australia.
Me neither.
There's no doubt everywhere plants will grow, this can be made work. If we manage the water, the plants then will take over. Management of water is absolutely the most fundamental environmental process. Erosion is always an issue. The sun's energy and water are the two most destructive things we've got. But the more plants you have, the more they turn to a benefit and not a destructive process. It is the most magnificent country. There's no issues. If in fact you do things properly, plants can manage it at the highest level.
What do you want to do next?
Research. We need to find somewhere that has the exact same climate and conditions as our heat engine.
I could do that. I'm not just here to tell great jokes.
Good, because I'm not sure your jokes are that great.
Because my jokes are too funny?
Right, I need a break. What I really need is for you to explain what's going on. How can you talk to me from wherever you are?
It's not time for that. Not quite yet.
You said this would all make sense when you explain it, so I'm waiting.
Can you wait a bit longer and let me show you what I can do to help in the meantime?
Charlie.
Arid landscape, very hot summers, erratic monsoon rainfall. Hey, there are parts of northwest India that look very similar to WA.
Oh yeah? Where in India? Around Gujarat?
Maybe I can see, Rajasthan?
Well, I can't just fly up to Rajasthan to have a look. My baby's at home waiting for me. Anyway, we don't know if we'll find anything useful there. I don't know anything about water management in India, even if I could fly to India, and I can't. I don't want to travel all that way just to see an elephant.
I don't know if you need to find anywhere.
What do you mean?
Have you heard of a guy called the Waterman of India?
No, what are you talking about?
I'm not sure. The magic cooler works better than I hope. I impress myself sometimes, just saying.
The magic what?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, we'll check out this waterman.
You won't regret it.
And then you'll explain what on earth is going on?
Of course.
Soon?
Yes, I pinky promise. Well, pretty soon. Maybe. Don't miss the next intriguing episode, The Waterman of India.
Cool the country.